I'm going to show you how any idiot can get stripes like this. All right, today we're going to show you how to get stripes in your lawn. Now this is an extremely simple process, especially if you have the right equipment. The first thing I would say is, if you haven't got a nice, thick, lush lawn and it's really patchy and needs a lot of work, work on that first. Get it looking nice and lush and even first. This still needs some work. I will give it some liquid fertilizers later, but getting stripes is actually way less intimidating than a lot of people would imagine. Once you know how it's done, you're like, oh, okay, that's all it is. Now what it really comes down to is light. And all you are doing is laying down the grass one way, coming back another way, laying it the opposite way, and the way the light then hits that grass will make it look lighter or darker, giving you that striped look. You may notice with your normal sort of rotary mower, you may be getting those train track style stripes. That's all it's doing. The wheels are just laying that grass down in different directions, showing light and dark, reflecting the light in different ways. Now, if you want to get those nice fat stripes that you see on the soccer pictures or on Instagram, you're simply going to need some sort of mower with a roller setup. A lot of people do it with a cylinder mower, which has a rear roller on it, which is a big drum at the back, and that will lay the grass down nice and evenly in a nice straight stripe. If you're good enough to keep it straight. I'm actually terrible at it, which you will see in a minute. Getting the stripes is the easy part. Getting them straight is the harder part. That'll take a bit more practice. So cylinder mowers are good for it. Your normal rotary mower, some of them you can buy an attachment. They might call it a striping kit, and it just attaches to the handles or something at the back, and it'll have some sort of roller along the back, and again, works the same way, just rolls the grass out one way, you come back the other way, rolls it the other way. We're using something different here today. It is a rotary mower, meaning that it cuts horizontally, but where this rotary mower is different to most, it has a rear roller on it. So you've got the normal two front wheels here, but at the back you have that roller. I feel like they're a bit more common in Europe. This one is the Masport Rotarolla. We're going to use it today to see if we can stripe up this perennial ryegrass, which I've overseeded with. It's a nice cool season grass. So we are in the cooler months here, whereas the warm season stuff's going dormant. You can see the difference in colour. Ryegrass is a bit of a cheat code to striping anyway, because it does just stripe up beautifully the way the light hits it. But all we're going to do a perimeter run with this mower, and then we're going to start working our way back and forward and hopefully have some stripes that are somewhat straight. They're not going to be straight, spoiler alert. So you can see that the way the light bounces off the grass is the major factor in getting these stripes. You couldn't really see them from this side, but down there where you are, a lot more obvious. Now, if you want to make them even more defined, you can really try and burn them in and do a second pass. Alternatively, you can go the other way and get a checkered plate or diagonally. Plenty of options. I'm going to try and burn them in one more time. So like I said at the start, the ryegrass is a bit of a cheat code for stripes because it does just show up so beautifully. And the Masport Rotarolla with the ryegrass is a bit of a match made in heaven if you're in a bigger open area. At my other place, it's a much smaller yard, bit harder to turn with that rear roller, but in a big open area here, definitely enjoyed using it. So it is an alternative if you do want that manicured look on your lawn without going to a cylinder mower, or if you can't get a striping kit for your rotary mower or don't want to build one, that's a ready-made solution.